Okay, have a look in here. Now this is our original oil line off the tractor, and you can see that it's just rusted through here, and we have to get to the oil gauge there, and it comes down under the battery box, along through here, onto this bracket at the oil filler there, and then it comes down the bottom. So I'm going to put the camera up the top here, and we're going to try and remake that pipe. So Sparex don't make one. This part is an Agriline part, and it's 7246. And this is one I've had around for ages. I've had it tucked away from the job, but haven't really got around to doing it, I suppose. So this is their pipe. So that looks okay. It's a steel, looks like a Bundy line tube. Now Bundy line's often a copper coated steel line, but we'll have a look here, and well, you can see the little hole there. There's a little oil hole just in through here. That's blocked. I can't blow through that. I'll go and see if I can get something and clear that. I'm back, and look, all it was, I'm not sure whether it was paint or what it was, but I got in there with a little O-ring pick and cleared it out, so it's free now. I can blow through it, no worries at all. So problem solved, crisis averted. So what we're going to need to do is grab this pipe, and we'll just sort of gently take all the bends out of it. That's not a hard job to do. Now, off eBay, I bought this little this little brake line bender. Look, it's just a light little thing, but that's plenty strong enough to do this job. So what we have to look at with this is we have to come in through the back there into this gauge. So if we just screw that in there, we can come out here, but then we need a bubble around so it can get down into the bottom there. So it doesn't matter which way we start just yet, I don't believe. If we keep the angle of this the same as there, and we try and work it like that, with that bottom end there, yeah, look, I think we'd be close enough to just run a little bubble bend through here, just a little radius. So we'll open that up, we'll find the 3/16 one. We'll come right up through there. Then we'll bring this back a bit and see if we can keep it coming around a little. We're going to have to do a lot of test fits and a lot of buggering about with this, I'm sure. But when we bring it to where it is there now, we need to perhaps bring that up a bit straighter. I think that'll be okay. Okay, so then we've got to get from there across to here. So I'm going to take a little bit of that bend away and come like something. And it's just all trial and error really. You got to bring that in. If that comes down through there, so that'll come down, then we have to go that distance there, so here, we'll bring it back forward. And I'll use the bender again. That goes under. Now if that goes that way there, we have to bring him forward. Oop, I'm bashing on the thing here. Yep, I think the length's okay. Where are we? We're coming down a bit. And the gauge is on an angle coming down like this, so we need to probably go a little bit further. And I'll try and straighten this up as best I can. Where it comes forward, so we'll just come in through. If we can get that up in there, we'll be doing okay. Alright, we'll get the old one out of the place, out of the way. And that's going to be the interesting bit, getting it in up through here with a bend and that in it. So I suppose we could undo this battery box out of the way and lay it in, but I was just looking for an easier way. That's the pipe out, but now getting this one up in there. Now there'll have to be a bit of a too bad. You just got to remember not to kink this too much. Just straighten it all out a little bit. You need to straighten this out. A bit too much bend here, we need to bring that up. I just like to start that with my fingers to make sure we're all clear. It's important where it comes through down the bottom here that it's not rubbing on anything at all. So we're just doing that finger tied up. up finger tight, up finger tight. Then as we come along here, we're going to have to straighten out to come along and grab this little bracket here. That looks pretty good. So we're going to have a bend about there, straight down. Okay, so straight down's got to go there. That little distributor wire's just in the road at the moment. Let's try for there. I'll take that off for a second and just... Yeah, that's pretty good. Then we've got to come back in onto here. So I think we need to pull some back here because we're a little bit long down this bottom end here. So we can slowly bring that out again. And it might not hurt to start at this bottom end. So when we work this out here, we need to bend about there. Yeah, that's about right. Then I'd like to straighten that out a little bit. Right, we need to come this way a bit. We've gone too, this little section here is too long. So around there we need to come back this way. Okay, we'll put a better bend in there. Now we'll do a bit of a test. I think we'll be fairly close there. We'll try and straighten that a little. And We'll try and take up some of the slack down the bottom there. I've still got a heap of wires in the bloody road. God, shit everywhere. Alright, so we need to give this a bit of a twist. Whoop. Actually, I'll grab a shifting spanner for that, and just to give him a bit of a turn. Shouldn't be too bad. You can hear the front door rattling, sounds like thunder, but it's not. Okay, now the bolt for the bottom end is just a 3/8 with a flat on it, so I'm just going to sit that in loosely just so we can get our bearings. Okay, we need to straighten that a bit and bring that out there because it was tending to rub down the bottom down here. Now, this bracket off the old one I'm going to reuse. There he is. And that goes with the bubble to the back by the look of it. So I can get the bolt in there as well. So that's nice and straight up there. Now the little spanner, the 1/2 inch spanner. So this looks like it comes up straight, and that could actually have a little kink in there, just so it follows the contour of the engine block a little bit, I believe. So we have to miss it down here where the oil gallery is, get up the top here. We need to go straighter, so we'll the main thing is not have it rubbing on anything, so we have to have it nice and clear all the way. That's okay. Now that's okay down there. That'll sit and straight and nice. We've got it coming up to the block. So I'm just giving this a bit of a tune up, for want of a better word. As it comes through here, it's a little long, I reckon. So if we So I've brought it down so this piece at the back goes down lower, and then that way we can just come through there fairly low. And this, is that rubbing on anything? Might bring that forward just a bit to make sure. That bolt's tight, so I'll have to crimp this up a little bit so it doesn't rub back and forth while the engine's running. Yeah, that's good. The battery can get in there. and this clamp does need tightening. Like it's tight on the bolt, but it's actually not tight on the pipe. So I need to deal with that. And it's not rubbing anywhere there, so that's lovely. Look, that's okay. I think that's good enough for it. There's no rub there. No, I've got an air gap everywhere. Yep, that's good. I'll undo the camera here. Let's have a look. Okay, we start off at the bottom there. I might try and get this little kink out that I put there. I'm going to try and hold that forward just a little bit when I tighten the clamp. Then it comes down in under. Then you can see it down just in the corner there. And then it comes up through the back there and bolts in. So look, that's not a bad thing. You can see where it's wiggling there. I've got room to come down in through the centre there, so that's a good thing. And then we come in all the way through, all the way down there. So that's good. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to loosen this off and just squash this clamp a little bit so it actually holds tighter on the pipe. I'm going to put new fibre washers there, and I should be okay now to tighten it up on the oil gauge. Okay, there we go. I've got that all buttoned up. I've got the fibre washers in there. I've got that pipe coming pretty well straight up to the clamp. I've tightened that clamp and I've tightened it up at the top here. So that's all looking good. So that's it. That's all we can do there, not much else. We might go on to something else.